him represent. So if he's here, that's cool, but if not, then we miss you, man. And here we go. We've got Vash in your stead. Gonna carry the Little Mac torch. We saw Soul already lose on string to Diablo, but maybe Vash is gonna be able to pick up the slack.
Yeah, this is a pretty volatile matchup, I feel.
Yeah.
Sheik's really like and die really early as character, but Sheik has all the tools to just harass Little Mac off stage. Like, if he gets off a certain distance from the ledge, there's very few options he has to come back.
I wonder what K9's level of experience with this matchup is. I believe you guys have Metal Riff in SoCal.
Yeah.
Not sure who else.
I've never really seen K9 drop any sets to SoCal Little Max. Oh! Was that the jump cancel KO punch?
I'm not sure. It looked like he just foxtrotted into it, but I could be wrong.
He got a lot
Something
of
looked weird.
that.
Yeah, something definitely looked weird.
Wow, this got the KO punch and immediately hunted the landing from K9, just close out that stock. And yeah, I know K9 felt really comfortable with that lead he had, but Vash just stole it away from him pretty much.
Okay, DIing away from the down tilt from K9, but that could be his downfall here. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Don't want to put yourself off stage. Sometimes it's worth just taking a guaranteed follow-up because it's not going to lead to your death. Or it might still, but better to take a chance than definitely know you're going to lose a stock.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. Okay, good patience by Vash there. Just going to dip low.
At low percents, Little Mac can actually kind of match there to escape some strings from Sheik, as well as use the up B as well. So you kind of have to be wary of that and bait those options out.
Also, Vash mashing the Nair to get out of tumble there, allowing him not to have to tech on landing and gives him a few extra frames to work with.
Ooh. Oh, anti-air is really safe, man. Like, Karen threw out that.
Oh, that's
pivot
it.
up tilt. That's enough.
That was a pivot toward the edge, I believe.
Yeah.
Into F tilt, yeah.
Just giving it a little bit more range to take that stock. That's going to take the first game. Really clean stuff there.
One thing I really love about the Little Mac metagame and all of the players at high levels with this character is that they're not shy about using perfect pivot to its fullest extent. And I'm sure I sound like a broken record because I really advocate for people learning how to do this, but it's so valuable. It's like a step dash in either direction, you know, especially if you have like a good forward tilt, you can turn around to approach with it, or a good back hit up tilt like Little Mac. Yeah, it's just so necessary for this character's meta, so I feel like, you know, the burden is really on them to learn how to use it, and they've been doing so. But this is something that every single character can use to great effect, even if it's not readily apparent like that.
Yeah, it's just a solid kind of spacing tool to just get right outside range of most hitboxes, and then you can punish from there.
Yeah, it's way faster than a roll, a foxtrot. You know, it's basically wave dashing. You're moving while standing.
Okay. Karen's going to opt for the Dreamland pick here. Honestly, I think this is a great Little Mac stage.
Oh, maybe not.
Did Wispy almost just
it really almost did
betray Vash there.
We saw it betray K9 before when it interrupted one of his fair strings, but, that's very small compared to that.
Did not lead to just dying off the side.
No tech. Oh, but he had his jump in.
All right, getting the KO punch here. K9's got to be careful.
I'm getting deja vu already, man. We saw K9 with an explosive start in the beginning, but then Vash was just able to seal the deal with KO punch, and he ran with it from there.
K9's trying to wait out the KO punch as long as he can, and there he goes, forwards him right out of it. I believe the duration is 10 seconds you have until the very next hit will just get rid of the KO punch, right?
I think it's 4.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, it's not quite that long. Yeah, 10 would be extreme, and I would love, you know, Little Mac players would love that. But yeah, any hit that sends you into tumble after that.
Okay. Oh, counter. Yeah, he had no way to make it back there. He's just going to side B off, not give K9 any more extra time to just build momentum. That
counter may have been a lifeline there. If he had actually went towards the stage, he might have been able to recover vertically with the up B, but probably not. It's just a last-ditch effort, maybe try to get some damage or a wall spike. Now Vash down a stock for the first time in the set, I guess. K9
really trying to just push his lead as much as he can. He knows if he could just force Vash off stage, that could be a potential stock. And Vash, knowing that, is trying to hold on as long as he can, just hang on these top platforms. If K9 actually overextends up there, he's definitely looking for the down tilt up B up the top.
Yeah, that's a Little Mac favorite, and especially against fast fallers like Sheik. Uh-oh. That shield is looking slim.
It's a little scary for K9 there.
Okay, pokes through the edge with up B, man. Even though Little Mac's recovery is a pathetic distance, sometimes it's just a little bit annoying because you underestimate how big that up B hitbox is, especially its ability to poke through the stage.
Yeah, if you actually are on point, you can just straight up hit him out of that, and he just can't come back because it does extend his hurt box past the ledge more often than not when he does that. But just people don't normally react to it, and this might be it. Oh, that's the vanish for good measure. He's recovering high though. Needle snipe.
God.
Oh wow, yeah.
Could have just spared him again, man. If you were really trying to style, you would have done it.
Yeah. K9 just wanted to say, yeah, I have this stock. We're moving on to game 3. Really solid edge guarding, and that's really what you want to see from Sheik in that matchup. Way too many tools to just harass Little Mac's subpar recovery.
And that's the nature of this character, man. If there's any word that I would use to describe Little Mac, it's volatile. His highs are so high and his lows are disgustingly low.
Yes.
So we see, you know, him go from KO punch, big start to the match, to kind of just fizzling out here on Dreamland. But if he kind of picks Duck Hunt, I was going to say, I don't know how much I like that.
Yeah, I've never seen the Little Mac counter pick Duck Hunt. I've seen a counter pick against Duck Hunt.
Yeah, he has some stuff, though, on that stage. It's not like a complete disaster for him. He can sit up in the tree, and if you poke his shield the wrong way, he can just up the out of shield and kill you very early. Okay. But again, I don't think K9's the kind of player who's going to fall victim to that. So smart by Vash to pick a more controlled counter pick here.
Yeah, definitely agree with this. On the lower 2 platforms actually is really strong for Little Mac because the up smash actually pokes through.
I love the usage of the Jolt Haymaker there. The side B just hopping over the needles and punches him in the face for, I believe, 14.
Yeah, that's mainly what that move is used for. Kind of as a really good zone breaking move.
Yeah, that's how Sakurai demoed it when Little Mac was announced too. Okay, Little Mac up tilt to up air, not actually a combo. Pretty much nothing into his aerials is actually a combo, but it definitely looks cool, and Vash went for it. And you also, anytime you get hit by a Mac aerial, you've got to be shook. You're like, man,
yeah,
this is
like
like
this guy really went
move.
for it. There's no way he goes for this without some kind of setup.
I'd say like all of the bottom 5 moves in the game are max aerials. Actually, no, his nair is actually pretty decent, and fair is okay.
It has some good reset potential.
Yeah. It's just like, you're never really trying to hit them with that move, except maybe a down tilt fair conversion. Like we saw Soul get some mileage off of that. Now, again, the dynamic totally changes when Little Mac has the KO punch online. And needles don't actually send him into tumble until like a really high %. So, yeah, it's not like K9 can just sit away from him. Yeah,
you have to approach with some type of hitbox, and even that is very risky. But air
that's the cross up.
No, great DI.
Save. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't think the DI was great though, because I think K9 got him with, like, as you were describing with Void, when he passes through you to make your DI have to change.
All right, it's a down tilt.
Yeah, but the back hitbox, yeah, weird. Okay, no trump, but K9 all over that roll. He knows, like, okay, they're thinking the panic option to get away from the trump is roll almost every time. And Sheik, with so much aerial mobility, is able to just pop up onto the stage and scoop you with the forward air. Ooh, whiffs the ups.
Is that going to be enough? Wow, even from full screen.
Yeah. He had no reason to go for that up smash, man. It was definitely not going to line up in really any universe, but Vash still able to get this done. Little Mac, you know, disgusting when he gets the first stock without using KO punch, but also still really scary when he loses the first stock and then takes it without using his KO punch.
Yes, very strong comeback potential. The resets really strong right now from K9. Oh yeah, Vash is getting a little bit too thirsty for the kill right here.
He is, and those side Bs from the corner, that is way too obvious. Every Little Mac in the world goes for that.
Again, K9's just going to try to weigh out the KO punch as best as he can.
Yeah, but sometimes you're just going to have to throw it. You got to get that stock somehow, even though it would be so rewarding to just take it with an up smash.
Oh, no. Got the super armor hit, but not enough. Doesn't go for the up B out of the down tilt. I guess he wasn't in the percentage range for that to be guaranteed.
Yeah, maybe too much rage or something, because it definitely didn't look like it was going to work either. Oh, this is not looking good for Vash. Oh, that's not a safe block string. That's going to do it.
Down tilt up air, guaranteed. K9's going to clutch it out with the 2 stock. I'm not sure where that was in the